Hi guys, are you having trouble with your dog barking? Are you getting sick of the noise, or are your neighbours starting to complain? If so, we've got our top 6 tips this week to stop your dog from barking. Now our first tip is to remove the motivation. Your dog must be getting something out of barking, otherwise he simply wouldn't do it. Now this could be that you're shouting at your dog when he barks. Now to your dog this is just a form of attention, so he's obviously thinking that he's being rewarded for barking. Tip number 2 is to completely ignore the barking. This is really, really important. As I said before, if you yell at your dog when he barks, then he thinks he's getting attention for it, so this is not going to help. Whereas if you ignore your dog, he's not getting anything out of it. Now to start with, especially if your dog has been barking for a long time, this is going to be a timely procedure. Your dog might bark for an hour, thinking that he's going to get attention from you at some point. When he doesn't and he stops, that's when you give him the attention. Give him lots of treats, lots of praise, lots of reward. Okay, so tip number 3 is getting your dog desensitized to the stimulus of his barking. Now, with Albert, he's really scared of the Hoover. So when I get the Hoover out, I take it to a point where it's far enough away from him that he's not barking. And then I'll move it forwards a little bit. When he stops barking, I'll give him a treat. I'll move it forwards ever still. Give him a treat when he stops barking. So on and so on. Okay, so tip number 4 is teaching your dog the quiet command. Now this one's a confusing one because before teaching your dog the quiet command, you actually need to teach him to bark on command. So you need to teach him how to speak. So you'll say speak, he'll bark. You then give him the treat in front of his nose. When he stops barking, he can eat the treat. When he stops barking, he can eat the treat. Keep doing this. Speak, bark, treat. Speak, bark, treat. Okay, so our 5th tip is to teach him an incompatible behaviour. Teach him a behaviour which doesn't go alongside with barking. So when your dog starts barking, tell him to sit. His mind will be switched straight onto that. So he'll sit down, then you give him the treat when he sits down. Now our 6th and final tip, you need to make sure that your dog is tired, both mentally and physically. You need to make sure that you're giving him enough exercise and enough mental stimulus to stop him from needing to bark. A good dog is a tired dog, and a dog that barks is a frustrated dog. Okay, so you might remember from last week's video that we had a competition for the best tip in our comments section, and that award goes to Tanya. So you're going to be getting your amazing little monster friend here in the post just as soon as you send over your address to relaxmydogmusic@gmail.com. But fear not if you didn't win this week's competition. We've got exactly the same competition on this week, but instead you're going to be winning this gorgeous little green checked lead for your dog. So make sure you get your top tips into the comment section below for your chance to win that posh little lead. Now we do hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please do give us a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, then please do hit that button. But that's it from us for this week, so we'll see you again next week.